What's up guys, my name is Dinesh Taturi. So today we will discuss about how to study artificial intelligence intelligently. I am going to share my roadmap with you guys that how I have studied it. Now you can see over here that to complete this particular data science syllabus, the target is to complete it within 5 months or 2 hours per day. If I discuss about the syllabus quickly, so you can see the first topic or the first chapter is machine learning mindset, or you can say data mindset basically. So just think in this sense that if you are going to study some subject, so don't take it too lightly. Just make sure that you are going to study some advanced level of topics, and then make your mindset or prepare your mindset in that particular sense. And now once your mindset is developed, then just go through with the syllabus. There is no correlation with the passion and all these kind of terms people usually say about, like, if you have a passion then follow this and that. Just don't think, if you are not from a programming background, if you are from a programming background, it doesn't matter. Just think that you should see some application of AI. If you like them, just try to study that, prepare your mindset. If after preparing your mindset, after studying bit of programming language, like which I have already mentioned in the second topic, if you are able to grasp the programming language, then you can say that okay, I want to give a try, I want to give a shot to the machine learning algorithms also. Always believe in yourself and have a proper mindset and just study this particular syllabus. That's it. The second topic which I want to share with you is the Python for data science, or you can say any programming language. If you know any programming language, then it is very good or very beneficial for you. But if you want to study from the scratch, then it doesn't matter. You can easily grasp the Python programming language because it is very easy. Okay, so I have already made a videos in Python for Indian people in Hindi, or anyone who knows Hindi. I have already made a Python with Notepad++. Now you have to at least know how to write if else conditions, how to write for loops and while loop. A bit of data structures you already know, like dictionaries or list and something like this. Okay, now the third topic is pandas. So you can see over here that there is a pandas and numpy I have written over here. So these are the libraries which makes our life easier to play with the data. If you want to play with the data, if you want to do some mathematical calculation, then you will be going to use pandas and numpy thoroughly in the Python or data science. So you should know at least these two libraries to get started with the machine learning or data science field. Then there is a fourth chapter which everyone should focus on, is structured query language, or any kind of a database you want to follow. If it is a SQL or maybe it is a non-SQL. Being in the industry for so long, but I feel that SQL is very basic and everyone follows that, okay, in the industry. So you should know the basic queries of CRUD operations, and then there is join and all. You should know these basic queries at least. Whenever you have a data into the database, then you have to play with that data, right? Then you should know SQL queries for that. Now, and I'm also not saying that you have to learn each and everything about SQL. Don't think in this way. Always remember, you have to learn breadth wise, not depth wise. Just make your learning up into a broader level. Just pick the topics, selected topics, and get your work done. Okay, at least you will be able to make your own project into the data science. This is the main goal. And after getting the job, you can dig inside the mathematical part of most of the topics. And again, I'm not saying that mathematics is not important. I have also missed one topic over here, which is a linear algebra. So let me write over here that linear algebra. Okay, so linear algebra is very much important topic over here. Okay, so after SQL you have to learn linear algebra also. Okay, so now while learning the linear algebra, I'll make sure that I'll pick this linear algebra and I'll make all the videos regarding that. And you have to take the intuitions, like how the point is working, how the what is the vector distance, and what is the norm, and all these things. You have to understand this geometrically. I'll say. And then if you have a intuitions, you are able to grasp your this particular linear algebra, or you are able to recall your concepts of high schools and 11th and 12th, then you are good to go to the fifth part, which is exploratory data analysis. Always remember, this is the basic and the fundamental part in the field of machine learning and data science. You have to see, or if you want to play with the data, you have to you have to visualize your data. What is the mean, median, and which feature has more data, which feature has low data, and something like this. Okay, then there is a pie chart or QQ plot, box plot, and Boylan plot, and all these probability density functions, CDFs, cumulative density functions, and all these kind of stuffs are there inside it. So you should know EDA by heart. Okay, how to utilize EDA, I'll make the videos on it, and you will be able to understand. So I'll say that just subscribe to my channel, and it will be more beneficial for you to just press the bell icon, and so that you don't miss any update from my side. Then there is a sixth topic I want to mention. It is the probability and statistics. So if I'll say that probability and statistics, so wherever the data, statistics is there and probability is there. So if you are studying data, you can't miss this probability and statistics. Always remember. So it is basics and fundamental part of the data science and artificial intelligence. And again, I'll make the videos on I'll cover the topics under the probability and under the statistics also separately. Then there is a seventh chapter or topic I want to discuss is dimensionality reduction. And the techniques to do the dimensionality reduction is PC and t-SNE. It is very much important topics in the field of data science. So you can see over here that dimensionality reduction. So we are reducing the dimensionality. And what are the dimensionality? Basically the columns of your data. Okay, so let's assume you have data in the form of tabular format, and all the columns of the data are your features, you can say. Okay, and we have to see our future, or we have to visualize our data into the form of 2D and 3D. Okay, and if we have 1000 features, so we can't visualize it. Okay, because human only visualize up to 3 dimensions. So we have to reduce the dimensions from 1000 dimensions to 3 dimensions, or 2 dimensions, or 1 dimensions. So for that we use PC and t-SNEs. And I'll make sure that I'll cover all the mathematics behind the required mathematics behind the dimensionality reduction, or all the mathematics in this syllabus. So now for the 8th chapter, you can see the NLP basics. So don't jump for the machine learning algorithms or deep learning and all kind of stuff. Just see, you have to have some basic knowledge of natural language processing. What is the meaning of natural language processing? Basics are like how to pre-process the text data. Okay, so let's assume you have some reviews about some product, and you have to tell that this product has this review is positive or negative. Now how you will pre-process that data? So you should know like what is stop words, what is lemmatization, what is tokenization, what is word to vec, what is bag of words, and what are glove, and these kind of techniques to pre-process your data. Word appendix techniques are there. Okay, so you have to pre-process your data, then only you will be able to apply machine learning algorithms on the top of it. Okay, so always remember, you have to study the basic NLP techniques, okay, to pre-process your text data, and on the top of over it we will apply, or we will make some project, so that you will have a good knowledge about what you have studied so far. Then on the 9th chapter, you can see that ML algorithms are there. Obviously there are a lot of algorithms, and if you are a beginner in data science, then I'll say that there is a KNN, K nearest neighbor, or naive Bayes, and then there is linear regression, logistic regressions, decision trees, random forest, and whole lot of ML algorithms are there, and their hyperparameter tunings are there, right? But as a fresher, don't think that you are going to learn each and everything. Just focus on the basic algorithms, which I'm going to cover in my ML algorithms with project series, and then the math behind it. And after learning the theory part with the mathematics, we will make a project on the top of it for each algorithm. Okay. Now, if you will see the 10th part, then there is a deep learning algorithms. You can see the CNN, and inside CNN there is a transfer learning and whole lot of concepts of inception net, AlexNet, and there are a lot of other like RNN is there, recurrent neural network, LSTM, bidirectional LSTM, then transformer, decoder, encoders, and then attention all you need, BERT is there, and then GAN. So till 2020, you should know each and everything about GAN in order to make your hand very much into the data science field. Then there is a 11th topic, which is the deployment of your machine learning projects into the Android mobile or maybe web application, as a web application into the cloud, and so on. All right, so these 11 topics are there that you have to cover each and everything so that you can learn data science very quickly, and do not jump here and there. This is the sequence you have to follow always remember. So stay tuned with my videos and with my channel. If you haven't subscribed my channel, just do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get the latest notification as soon as I put the videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.